Alright. Alright. And we are live. Sorry if I'm saying off of wares right now. Anyway. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are. My name is Maki, 90, artist, journeyman, and illustrator. Welcome you to a Sunday Drawstream, and welcome you to the first ever, as I'm trying to get my cords and everything set up here, welcome you to the first ever Ask Me Anything show here on the channel. Of course, I was inspired by my boy Fats, who did an AMA last Sunday that I thought was really amazing and insightful, and I wanted to do the same, so I was inspired to do that. And yeah, so here's how we're going to do this today. We're going to go for about, we'll go for about a couple of hours. We'll go for about, let's do 3 hours. Let's do 3 hours, give or take. And what we're going to do is, we're gonna do some art, and we're gonna do as an AMA, Ask Me Anything. So if you guys want to ask me any questions, I did put this in the pinned comment. Put the hashtag Ask Maki, and then put your question in, and I will read it aloud. So read it live for you guys. So it's in the pinned comment. So you guys want to ask, just put the hashtag Ask Maki, and then put your question in, and I will read it aloud. So I'm kind of a little nervous here because I'm not sure what questions you guys are going to be asking me. So I think it's going to be really interesting. I think it's going to be very interesting. I think you guys are definitely I think everybody's going to get a real kick out of it, today's show. So anyway, let's go ahead and thank you guys. If you guys can, please share the stream out. Step on that like button. If you guys are brand new here, hit that subscribe button. We're working our way to 2K. And if you guys want to support the channel and everything I do here further, you guys can become a channel member for as low as $1 a month. All the info and stuff is in the description as well. And of course, my mods will put that in the description as well. So just make sure you guys and everybody who, like I said, if you guys have a question you guys want to ask me, just put the hashtag Ask Maki before you put your questions. I'll go ahead and read it live. So I know more people are going to start coming in and start putting in things. So let's go ahead and get right into it. If we can get make sure I got my playlist set to shuffle. It is set to shuffle. All right, perfect. All right. So hopefully music's not too loud a bit as well. So what are we working on today? Maki, what are we working on today? We're doing some Fortnite art. I did promise that. I did promise on Twitter that I will be doing more Fortnite art after February, because February was really awesome. So you guys really came out for the Fortnite stuff, and I really appreciate that. So I'm going to be doing some more Fortnite art today. Today's skin that we're going to be working on is another favorite of mine, and that is let's go with it. And that is Outcast. Outcast. You can see the image of her on the right side. There we go. Yeah, we'll do it like that. We'll do it like that. That works. We'll do it like that. So it's the image of Outcast on the other side. It's another version of Ray. No, it's not like that. Not like that. But I love the other design. So, but yeah. So we're doing Outcast today, as you guys can see. Already on the line art process. It's a little bit line art's a little bit tricky here. So it's going to be a little messy, but we're going to work at it as we go along. Again, guys, I want to apologize. I know I usually do a show on Friday, but I decided not to, just to save up for the AMA show today. So hopefully I can make up for it for Friday. And also one other thing, and one important thing, I did push Maki Live back. We're pushing Maki Live back to Sunday, March 26th. So that's next Sunday. So be tuned for that. We'll have the whole gang back here again, and for another season of Drawstream. So that one more time, guys, Maki Live has been moved back to March 26th. So that's next Sunday. So we'll be going live with the gang once again. So hopefully it won't be too long. Just one more week. All right, so let's go ahead, guys. Here you guys know I already just said my spiel and stuff. So let's go ahead and say hi to everybody in the chat. I know more people are going to start rolling in as it goes along. So first up, we got the first person who just showed up is the lovely Leah Rose. Good to see you, Leah. Thank you for being here. And of course, we got Matt's Mamabear. Our hearing the intro music confused. What do you mean confused? Okay. And Matt's of course, our mod, my co-host. Good to see you, Matt. Hope you're doing well. Then, of course, Stream Element Spot is up and running. I know more people are going to come in here and such like that. And like I said, guys, this is an AMA. So if you guys have any questions you guys want to ask me, please use that hashtag. Put the hashtag Ask Maki. Put the hashtag Ask Maki and then insert your question, and I will read it aloud for you guys. So I'm very interested to see what you guys are asking, but at the same time, I'm very nervous what you guys are going to ask too. Because it's like, oh god, it's going to get real personal and stuff like that. But so to kind of kick things off, we're to basically kind of kick things off. The reason I'm moving back, it back a Sunday is because I just finished the render for Bubblegum Kiki, and I still don't have a theme, so that's why we're pushing it back, because I need time to put together a theme, such as the intros, outros, the formats of how the super chats are going to be this season, and it's the whole shebang, you know. So that's why I'm pushing it back. And in fact, after this stream is over, we're going to go for about 3 hours, so we'll stop it around. We're going to stop at around 2 o'clock, 1:30 our time, 2 o'clock. And what we're going to do is, I'm going to get started on coming up with ideas for this season's theme, and and just kind of how I want to do the intros and outros and such for the season. Getting all of the components together, and I think you guys are going to like it for the theme that I'm going for. So it's kind of going in crazy here. I've been I just started this on Ginger Ninja stream 2 hours ago, so I'm about 2 hours in of the entire process. And I see another one of our CSF Nation ambassador and our main mod, Grumpy Old Ninja Kentaro, is here as well. Hail CSF Nation! Hope you brought your questions to our intrepid journeyman artist because he's here for them. Yes, guys, put hashtag Ask Maki before you put then insert your question and I'll read it out loud. So, and it's already in the ticker as well. So, but man, this has been definitely been an interesting week, to say the least. Nobody notices, but I didn't tell anybody this, but I slipped and fell. Yes, I slipped and fell Wednesday, and I scraped my knee, and it hurt like hell. But I'm much better now. It's just been kind of weird and such like that for a couple of days. Of course, you guys have noticed. Yes, I did finally get a haircut, and I'm starting to get more gray hairs in my beard as well. So that's very, very interesting to say the least. But I just finished Bubblegum, and we just finished Bubblegum to absolute strong fanfare. You guys love the design as much as I did. I'm very happy with it. And by the way, I'll show it to you guys. This is the design for Bubblegum for this season. You guys really loved it, and I can't thank y'all enough for that. It really means a lot to me. I love putting this together. I absolutely love putting this together. So I think she looks better than ever. So, but working on getting the components ready for season 9 has definitely not given me much time to get started on some channel member stuff for this month. So this month's art batch is probably going to be light. Well, it's definitely going to be light. It's going to be a light art batch, just because we only have 11 days left until till this month is over. So it'll be a small batch this month for my channel members, guys. I know, but we'll make up for it in April, as I'll be, I'll have to deal with channel member, or deal with putting together stuff for next season, and I'll have more time to get some stuff and get some art done. Let's see the lovely low spec Linux laptop with a penguin emoji. Low spec, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Like I said, guys, and the man says I can't say anything about my gray hair. I got 2 solid streaks in my hair. You guys saw me without any hair or beard, and for some reason that was a problem, because I had too much of a baby face apparently. But like I said, guys, yeah, it's just really good. It's been fun. And like I said, listening to Fats's AMA last Sunday really was the inspiration for this. So I feel like I got so much insight and learned so much. So from that, and I was really inspired to do it myself. I was gonna wait until we do a milestone, till I hit another milestone. But then Fats was like, "No, just do it. Why not do it anytime?" I was like, "You know what? You're right. I'm gonna do it. You know what? Right. I'm just gonna throw one out anyway." So thank you guys, and thank you to everybody who's gonna promote the AMA stream today. I really appreciate that. So hopefully we can get some really good questions in. So I know it seems everybody's back, and I think everybody's ready for the return of Maki Live. I am ready myself. It's just kind of getting this. I have this theme that I want to go for. It's just I want to see if I can pull it off. It's just trying to figure out like what's the best way to convey it. What's the best way to pull it off, and that's going to take all this week to put it together. You know what I mean? But as we are working through here with I feel like I've gotten quicker. I'm getting somewhat quicker in the line art process. I'm starting to kind of pick up the pace in line art process, but I'm still like, it still takes me a while. This ish does take me a while. I don't know a female co-host of yours is kind of crazy. What are you talking? Why are you telling you about yourself, man? Oh my God. Anyway, guys. Anyway. Man, this is gonna look so bad. But no, I've been really, aside from the slip of the knee, aside from the me hitting my knee, it's been I think it's definitely been a productive week in some cases. I know this week is going to be much more productive because just of stuff that I'm going to start doing behind the scenes, such as just getting myself out there for just looking elsewhere. I've been where I'm at for about 6 years, and I think it's time for me to move on, essentially. So just we'll leave it at that, unless you guys want me to kind of go further into it. But it's really been it's definitely been a very lively March, I gotta say. A lively March in spring. It feels like it feels like I do have a lot more energy in the spring now, and it feels like with everything kind of starting to warm up a little bit. It's and it's just that feeling of spring. And just that feeling of spring is my favorite season. So. It's not just because of my birthday, but because of it's just that little. That I think my favorite time of the year is just this time of the year right now. Actually, it's just that little period between mid to late February, early to mid March. It's like this time of year is like honestly my favorite time of the year. So because it's just that feeling of spring starting to come in, and it's new beginnings and all that good stuff. But at the same time, I get to see the cherry blossoms fall, and there's the cherry blossoms. Some of the cherry blossoms are really almost all falling from the trees in my neighborhood. So let's take a up here. Kind of try not to get into. Try not to. I don't know. Just got crazy, but yeah. So anyway, guys, yes. Guys, please, this is an AMA, so yeah, use that hashtag #AskMaki if you guys have any questions you want to ask me. So I really appreciate it. It's been I'm not sure what's going to look forward to. I think I do have a lot to look forward to. And Jesters, how's it going? Arlena, how's it going? Arlena, how's it going, Sarah? Good to see you. Welcome to the first ever AMA. So if you guys have any questions you want to ask me, please, use the hashtag #AskMaki before you put in your question. I'd love to hear from you guys. So I want to thank you guys. It's just been a crazy experience. And I think this is becoming a productive 2023. But I think at the same time, it's just like I'm noticing that like a lot of stuff are starting to kind of sink in a bit. It's just like I am not as enthusiastic at my job as I used to right now, because I've been there for six years now. Ray, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you, Ray. And Power is there. Good to see you. Just remember, guys, this is an AMA, so if you guys want to if you guys have any questions you guys want to ask me, just use the hashtag #AskMaki and then insert your question in the chat. I put the link as a pinned comment at the top, so just, okay. So, I'm just going through this. Some of the line work, I know, for one, I'm happy. I'm legitimately happy that I am getting quicker at the line art process, but it still takes so long for me to do, though. Where's Outcasters? I need to draw Outcasters pickaxes. I need like a cute larger one. There you go. Oh, command hooks. Heavy hooks, that's what it is. Okay, hang on. Hold on. One second, let me get to y'all in just a second. I got my first AMA, so I got this question from Jester Arlena. So what do you think about those backtube losers? You know what? They're losers. They are, but they're my losers. They're my losers. Okay, I am very proud to be amongst them. I am proud to be as big of a loser amongst the losers with them. For real. I've never felt that. I've never felt so more at home on YouTube than I have been with the backtube. Daryl, Arlena, Arwen, Fats, Jester, X-Wing when he pops on, and many others too. Even Apollymi, who puts dad jokes in the chat. I love these people. I have said, I've made multiple qualms in that I'm not part of the fellowship. I'm not a part of the fellowship. I don't consider myself to be a part of that, fellowship gathering, whatever you want to call it. However, I love the people in it. I love the people in it. I will always love the people in that. You know, they are family, as Arlena says right there. You know, I'm honored. I'm honored whenever Daryl sends me the invite. I'm very honored. It's just that, you know, it does happen at different times, and I'm either at work or on Fridays. I'm out walking. If I don't do my morning walk, let's do one in the afternoon. But I'm honored to be a part of that, and I always try to tune in when I can. Like, here's the thing for me when it comes to kind of the YouTube thing is that I can't. You've learned so much that you learn so much that like I can't be everywhere. Sadly, you can't be everywhere. So, and I have like a huge catalog of watch later that I have of videos that I have to catch up. So, and I will be openly honest with you guys. I'll be honest with Arlena in the back too. I still tune in when I can. It's just that if sometimes if you guys don't hear me like comment as much, it's probably because I'm like, I got you guys in the background while I'm trying to listen to, while I'm working, or while I'm trying to like talk, while I'm trying to catch up on the videos that I missed for today, because my watch later is always like huge. I always have like 70, 90 videos a day trying to catch up on, just because, you know, there's a lot, always stuff going on. You know, there's always stuff going on in news and general and stuff, and I always try to catch up on everything. And plus, you know, with everybody posting, you know, you can't be everywhere. You try to be. You know, you try to be. You try to be. It's just, and you know, it's you know, even someone as, you know, as Arlen, who is lovely Arlen, who is in the chat, would definitely say that, you know, it's the thought that counts. It's that the fact that you actually are trying to be there, that's what matters the most. And, you know, for that, you know, you know, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, and I appreciate just being a part of just kind of this whole Vancouver thing. And I'll be honest, and I'm going to be completely honest with you. You know, I've been hanging out in a lot of communities for the past, I want to say for the past 2, 3, 4 years, since even before I started taking my channel seriously. And I've seen a lot of families. I've been a lot of people around a lot of families, a lot of groups I've been very close to. And I felt at home in a lot of places. But never have I felt so more at home than in this space here, where you have the Vatu, you have Fat, you have Mike, you have Snowdub. I've said this before. Like this group, like, it's something about this particular group of like Fats, of like the Vatu, of you know, of course, of Mark, of Apollymi, of, you know, Loki, of Mike, of Snowdub, of Leia Rose, of Lady Miss, of so many of him. This little group, this kind of group is like, I feel so at home here. I feel like I'm like, I feel so home, and I feel so welcomed here, that, to be honest, than more than I did in other places. You know, it feels more down. It feels like, I think it's that you guys, something about that, you know, that, and I know, you know, Arlena, and to Arlena, to Arwen, to everybody, and I mentioned it, everybody who's listening, I want you guys to listen to this. Something about you guys bring that, it's that Southern hospitality feeling that I get from being around you guys, where I can feel open, where I can feel, well, not just, I can feel open everywhere, but where I can feel much more personal. You know, that's why, you know, every time we have Arwen on, it always goes into, you know, moments where it gets personal. We have those personal talks. We have those heart-to-heart talks. It's just something about that. You give up this. Maybe it's just because I'm a Southerner myself, and I know the definition of Southern hospitality. I know I know it's like, being around people who I can distinguish that accent. I can distinguish that accent. I can distinguish, like, when I hear that accent. I hear that Georgian accent. I feel right home with this Arlena. I hear that Southern accent. It feels right home. From Loki, from Daryl. These guys, it's something about that. It's something about that you give that really makes me connect so much more with y'all. Why I feel so at home with you guys. Why I'm like showing up in the chats all the time. Why I'm like talking to Loki and stuff like that. Because I'm like, these are like guys because of like, if this was anything, I'm gonna say this about the greatest compliment. I mean this when I say this. To Arlena, to Jester, to Loki, to Fats, to a lot of these guys, I'm going to tell you right now, if this was high school, we'd be friends instantly. You guys are not only the friends that I would be, these are people that I would have made very close friends with in high school, but these are people that I would have kept in touch after graduation, if you know what I mean. Even through college, even through the rest of my life. Like, these are, like, you guys are like the kind of people that I would be not just hanging out in high school, but in my neighborhood growing up. You guys would be in my neighborhood growing up. I would see you guys all the time. We'd be riding bikes together down the hill or something like that. You know what I mean? You guys give off that vibe. It's like, for me, being a Southerner growing up in Texas, you guys give off such more of that vibe. It was like, if this was like 2000, if this was like the early 2000s and we all lived in Texas, lived in Georgetown, lived in where I grew up in Garland or Saxe or like Garland or Plano, I would be talking to you guys like after school, like every day. I'd be hanging out with y'all like every day after school. And I'd be like, and it's more than just that, because you guys would be, these are people I would be reaching out to. These are guys I would be still keeping in contact with. Like, a good example is my friend is Julie, who shows up in the chat. I know her from high school. And another person, Jess, is my best friend, who I have been friends with since high school. You guys are like that. Loki, Arlena, Arwen, Bats, Mark, just that entire group. Mike, like, I would be keeping in contact with you guys after high school graduation. We'd still be in contact with each other. Even through college, we'd be there every day, That's what I feel. That's how I feel about you guys. And that's probably, you guys have been giving me just that feeling, I know that's like a long-winded answer for Arlena's comment, but that's what I get, that's what I get. So I think that's probably the best comment. I think that for me, that's probably the best thing I can say about that little group. That little entire group is that I feel so more at home than you guys than I did with say Rogues or the old TFM stuff and just all that stuff, man. Just that feeling, Sorry, that was long-winded. Yeah, it's like Lizards Unite. Oh my god, I'm seeing everybody showing up. So we got another. Oh my gosh, I see. At least everybody knows your name. Yeah, it's like Cheers, essentially. It does that. Real talk, exactly. Short stack RBL. Jester says, "So I hear you love me. Is this true?" Yes. I love you, Jester. There. I figured that's what you want me to say. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. It transcends beyond Fortnite. never forget the fact that you fucking. I never forget the fact that you gifted me a battle pass, and I made it my life mission to complete every single part of that battle pass, and I did. I absolutely did too. I'm so happy about that. But for real, man, it's so much fun to play with, and like I said, I am so happy that you and Arlena are together. It's just makes me so happy to see that. It means a lot. So yeah, yes, Jester, I love you. If that's what you want me to say, then yes. Oh my God. Okay, so let's. Okay, so we got another one from Arlen. Ask Maki, do you have a time when you feel uninspired in sitting down to draw? Even if so, what keeps you going? I'm gonna say yes. I never felt. Let me put it this way, because the last time we were on stream, we talked about that. In fact, there is one of the Maki sketch diary videos, the Monday videos that we did. I had you on for that discussion because I wanted to bring that up. There was never a time where I didn't feel like I want to give up drawing. There was never a time, and I make it my purpose to make sure I always have a reason to never stop putting down a pen. So I will always have that reason. As far as times where I felt uninspired, all the time. All the time. It is nothing. It's nothing new. I will always have that all the time where I felt uninspired. But there was never a time where I felt but I can't feel like, but I try to keep myself from having a time where I don't feel unmotivated. I try not to. I try to feel as motivated as possible. It's just that an inspiration, it doesn't, we kind of went through, we did go through this. What kept me going is just, I think the thing that kind of kept me going is that knowing that at any time you feel uninspired, there will be a time where you will. That means the inspiration is going to come, and it's going to come sooner than you think, or it's going to hit you when you least expect it. The uninspired thing happens a lot when I'm doing stuff like this, because you have that consciousness of, man, I feel like I'm doing the same pose over and over again, or this isn't like dynamic enough to where it's gonna hit with everybody. This isn't like, this is good. It's like I'm doing the same points over and over again. The thing that I could definitely suggest is just keep going. You're gonna have those moments. You're going to have those moments regardless. Every artist is gonna have those moments. Don't when he says otherwise, don't believe him. Every artist is gonna have those moments. But you have sometimes what helps is just you got to figure out what inspired you, what motivated you in the first place. Sometimes you just see. Sometimes the inspiration hits when you least expected it. Like it just hits you just like out of nowhere. That happens. That happens. And sometimes a lot of it is. Think to yourself this. What do you want to draw for? Who are you drawing for? What do you want to draw for? Like, what do you want to do? Who are you doing it for? Are you doing it for you? Are you doing it to get likes? Are you doing it for this, that, and the third? Sometimes you do it for you. Listen. And I'm going to start doing this, and I think I'm going to start doing this more often, is that there's pieces that at some point you have to start doing some work for yourself. You know, do some art for yourself. Nobody else but yourself, just to get you out of that funk. To just, you know, fall back on something that you like doing, and then just go for that. And it might reinvigorate your motivation. You want to improve, you know, do some tutorials, do some exercises, do some drawing exercises. It'll help you improve. You know that can help. You know that can help if you're getting into a funk. Just focus on just doing exercises. Just doodle. You know, I feel like I think there's a lot of way that. There's a lot of ways to go at it, you know, when I think about it. There's a lot of good ways to go at it. And I you know, and I think about that too. There's definitely a period in my time where I was basically kind of at it. I wasn't just like uninspired or like trying too hard to impress or this, that, or the third. And what it takes some time. It does take time, you know? And you know, the inspiration will hit you when you least expect it. You don't even realize it. You don't even realize it's like right there in front of you, and you're just like, holy crap. That happens. You're going to have those moments where you, and I'm going to tell you right now, it's not just having those moments of, you know, being uninspired, not just in drawing, but as a content creator too. You know, you're going to have those moments. I swear this is not going to turn into a YouTube talk. I promise. This isn't turning into a YouTube talk. You're going to have those moments, and that's going to happen to not just you as an artist, but us as creators as well. You're going to have those moments where you may feel uninspired on a video or something to do, where hell, if that ever case happens to me, where I feel uninspired on making a video or something like that, I think the best course of action is to just kind of do what you guys do with Sugar and Spice. Just go live and just shoot the shit. Just go live, just shoot the shit for like an hour and a half, a couple hours. Just go live, shoot the shit, and you might find that you might get some inspiration from that. You know, watching a lot of videos, you know, watch other people's content to kind of get that kick back in, you know? So, you know, that's kind of what keeps me going, is that just that wanting to improve, and that just that, and if anything, that love for that love for what you do, you know, having that love for what you do, and telling yourself that I could never do anything else. I was like, I could do this for the rest of my life. This is what makes me happy. That's what keeps you going, is that you're going to get that. It keeps you going to that when you have those moments of downtime, those down moments, you work for it to get those highs again. You work to get those moments again, to get those moments of bliss, to get those moments of inspiration. You know, I guess that's the way to kind of put it. I wouldn't know how else to kind of put it that way. Hope that kind of answers your question to start with. That kind of answers your question there. Oh wow. I regret saying any. I regret bringing that up now because I cannot believe I said that. Oh my god. Oh, I am not going to hear the end of this. I am not going to hear the end of this. When we start up Maki Lobby, everyone's going to put Black Daddy Fortnite in the chat. And I'm going to have Mads if Bruce asks me, what is going on? I'm telling him, no, just leave it alone. Don't, just let it go. This is my mistake. This was my mistake. They're not going to let me live it down. I will. Exactly, Max. It was a play on of Big Daddy Fortnite because that's got us all into Fortnite, and I joked about it, and I was like, I joked about it on a. I think it was a win. I think he played on a Tuesday or Wednesday. I got on, and I was like, can I be Black Daddy Fortnite? And then I was just like, what have I done? What have I done? There's your answer. I should never have said that, and now I have another meme that in my legend now. It's in my legend now. I have there you go. Black, yes, I will embrace the Black Daddy Fortnite. I think next time we'll stream. The next time we do a Fortnite stream on Twitch, I'm gonna call it Black Daddy Fortnite. Oh, just deal with it. Just do it. Just roll with it. And I see the lovely Loki's Words of Mischief. He doesn't have a. I'll add. When you get your first stalker, will you change your name to Mankini and go in hiding? Kurt wants to know. No, that's not going to happen. No, that's not going to happen. I think I have a solution for that. Although I don't think I have. Although I'm afraid of my crazy stalkers, but then again, I probably have stalkers in my chat. So, but no, I will not change my name to me. I will not. I'm sorry. It's just I don't know. It's just I think I've just gotten sick of that now, and I'm just like, okay, guys, take it. Okay, guys, I was like, can I be taken a bit more seriously? Just a little bit. No, I guess not. Okay. No, I think the whole big eating thing just kind of, for me personally, I think it just kind of does a disservice to what I do and to who I am as such, because we had a troll account called Mankini69 that I almost kind of lost it. I'm like, are you fucking serious? And it was like, yeah, and I'm not, yeah, that's why I'm just like, I'm not. It's like people, if somebody comes in and makes a Mankini joke, and I do kind of grudge about that. Just personally, I know it's a good thing. I personally don't like it. That's just personally for me. Just for me. So, thank you guys. Anyway, guys, please, if you guys have oh my god, power. Becky, how's it going, sweetheart? Oh my gosh. I mean, guys, this is an AMA, so if you guys want to ask me a question, put the hashtag #AskMaki put the hashtag #AskMaki and answer your comment, and I will answer it live. So thank you, Arlena. Thank you, Arwen, for the questions. I appreciate that. I'll tell you Fortnite. That should be a trademark. Jesus Christ. Oh, what have I done? What have I done? You know, you're right. I don't need any other psycho stalker. I got Squeeka. I wouldn't even pay Squeeka to be my stalker. She does it for free. Just hang out. Just hang out with me. Just like freaking Nezuko to my side right now. I'll see who. It's a Blue Archive reference, okay? But yes, Squeeka, I feel honored for you to be my psycho stalker. I will be honored to have you as my psycho stalker. Just, just, just don't smash my legs in, please. That's all I ask. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for being here. We got like 20 people watching, guys. If you can't skip, please, step on that like button, share the stream out, and please, guys, if you guys have any questions, use the hashtag #AskMaki, and then put your question in. I will happily read it live. I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. This is good. I didn't realize how much I would go into these long-winded questions right now. Thank you. I did not realize how long-winded I would go into the first two questions right now. It's long-winded. I was like, oh my God. But like I said, I'm afraid the next question is going to turn into a YouTube talk because I don't want to steal Loki's stuff. I want to say something. I want to say something about that. I didn't forget to bring this up. I show up every morning. Monday through Friday. My favorite days are Wednesday when he does the YouTube talk. That is when I usually get the most active. That's usually when I'm at the most active, is when during the YouTube talk. Second to the Taco Tuesday with Mike. A lot of the YouTube talks that Loki does, really, it's stuff that you have to take in the heart. Really have to take the heart on, because this platform is such a great platform, but at the same time, it's lost the you. You lost the you in YouTube, and we all long for the day that this platform goes back to being about you, going to be about broadcasting yourself, instead of broadcasting mainstream outlets or broadcasting what we want you to broadcast. Or oh my god! Don't start, Becky. Don't start. So I am certain that I'm going to hear. I am 100% certain that one of my lurkers right now is probably probably Sherry, and someone in the Legion of Memers right now. So, and Sherry's already memed me once. So I'm afraid what she's going to do again. Oh, I love you, Sherry, and I love Sherry, and a huge shout out to the Legion of Memers. You guys are freaking amazing. You guys are just like on point. You guys are like freaking just like on point with that, like in record time. Oh no! Oh god, no! No offense, he's probably got something ready waiting for me. He's probably got a couple things ready waiting for me. He's just waiting for the signal. Yes, we had a great stream. We had some great shows today. And just like, I'm just Becky wants a Black Day Fortnite merchandise. That's what you want, Becky, don't you? We're gonna do something. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. If no one's doing it, I'll probably do it myself just so I know that every time I open my Big Mouth, it's just that I have those Arwen moments every time I open my Big Mouth. I have those Arwen moments that everything I say can be used as a meme. Everything I say somehow is going to be legendary. That's why every time I hear Arwen on stream, I always have to put in the chat anything she quotes. I have to put the quote, and then I have to put Arwen Avalon 2023. Oh, it's gonna be me. I'm gonna have those moments too. Oh, We're still on the line art, so I gotta get to really moving. No, guys, keep it coming, guys. Keep the questions coming. Can we get a black tape? If it's not from me, then it will probably be from somebody else. So the answer is very likely. Very likely. If there's demand, and I know there's demand, yes, I will acquiesce and see if I can come up with some Black Daddy Fortnite merch. Although you guys probably don't want to know what I'm going to come up with. But yes, the answer to that, Arlena, is yes. It'll probably likely will happen. If it's not from me, somebody will make that happen. You guys are amazing. Seriously, you guys are. But man, it's just like the freaking Fortnite stuff, man. Just. You know what? I didn't care for this. I'm going to tell you this, right? And I'm going to tell you this right now. When back in 2017, when it was popular and everybody, I was like, I don't care. I don't care. Oh, you need that? Arlena, you know, I could... Arlena, if you need a shirt for diversity, because what if... Here, what if I made a shirt based on this? Hang on. Hang on, I'm waiting for it to load up. What would you like a shirt based on Black Arwen? Black Ginger Arwen? Yes, this is Arwen. This is Black Ginger Arwen, exactly. I made this because I made this as I do need to finish this though, but when Arwen was doing that stream talking about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the April O'Neil thing, she was joking about I was like I kind of like to myself and kind of like a melon and stuff like that. And I was like, I was in the chat saying challenge accepted. Okay, and it created this. It created this. Yes, this is. I can't say this straight face. Yes, I drew Arwen as a black woman. How she does look. As a black ginger. Everybody loves it. So everybody loved it. It was a cool thing. It was like Abadasa kind of looks like Lorena. I was like, oh my god, I see all this Lorena in here. I see Jane Theory in here. I feel like I fused that with Arwen. But I had fun with this. I ended up having fun with this. I mean, I do need to finish this in the clothing and everything. So, but yes. For diversity and inclusion's sake, of course. And that, man, good to see you. Oh my god. Oh. I like that. Oh, we need to. I think I want to pin that right now. Boy, I love that. Oh, that's good. That's great. I like this I'm blurry, y'all. Oh. Man's had some work. That's brilliant. That is brilliant. I'm gonna remember that. I'm gonna remain that speech called Block. There you go. Oh my god. Okay, you know what? What's Blarwin? What's Blarwin? This, alright. I think Arlena gave the I explained the origin behind this drawing, and Arlena gave the perfect name Blarwin. I think I'm gonna rename this to Blarwin. That's perfect. I do need to finish this. I do need to finish this though. Everyone loves it though. Everybody loves it. Oh my god. What if I could do that? Not just what if I could do that. What if I could do that with Arlena and just be like, it would just be like a reverse. I just had a great idea. Just do one with Arlena. And just have sugar and just have the next sugar and spice. Have the next sugar and spice basically reverse white chicks. It'll be reverse white chicks. Oh, I'm so gonna get canceled for this. They're gonna call it. It's gonna be reverse white chicks. Oh God. Thank y'all so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, Damn, for being here. I appreciate that. I think that broke me. Oh, I will get canceled for that in a heartbeat. Oh God, send y'all. Y'all try to kill. Hold on. All right, that's it for that. Guys, if you guys have any, smash that like button, share the stream out. If you guys have any questions y'all want to ask me, use the hashtag #AskMaki, and I will answer your questions live. This is an AMA. Oh. I'm still laughing at this. This shit's gonna be tropic thunder. This shit's gonna be tropic thunder. Oh man. Oh, that's gonna be great. This is freaking. It's like 2 versions of Arlena just basically being Rachel Dolezal for 2 hours, an hour and a half. Oh, I'm gonna get canceled so quickly. Oh, that would set Twitter. That would set Twitter ablaze. That would set Twitter. That would set Twitter on fire. That'd be funny as hell, though. To be fair, y'all be more convincing. You give me that breathing room. Yes, I'm opening myself up for punishment with this AMA stream. Just put Ask Maki. Just as long as you put Ask Maki in the chat, I will answer. I am going to set myself up for punishment on today's show. That's what it's all about. I am going to. This is going to be a great stream. By the way, all right, I'm so happy you got your chance skin, despite the fact that I said I was going to gift it to you, and then I check and I'm like, wait a minute, you already have it? What the hell? So I got you the matching pickaxe. I got to get you the pickaxe, so at least that way. Oh, thank you, Arlena, for that. Thank you, Arlena, for that. I think that's gonna live in infamy right there. You'll be much more convincing than Trudeau. How about that? You'll somehow be less offensive. It'll actually... Oh, thank you. Maybe we can do that for Black. Maybe I can do that for Blacktober. I'll stop. I know, I'm hyperventilating right now. I'm hyperventilating. Okay. All right. So, man, the freaking this freaking game's gonna. This freaking game, I cannot believe I'm back in the rotation of just doing all of the battle pass thing now. So I'm back into it. I do like the season skins. I do like it a lot. So I am going to be doing. I am going to be doing some of the skins this season anyway. So I will be seeing that down the line. I'll probably for when Maki Live comes back. This has been just a fun stream. This has been a fun, just kind of like these 2 years have been such a crazy 2 or 3 years. These 3 years have been really have just been some of the funnest I've had. The funnest I had, in my adult life, in my adult years. Being able to do this and being able to do this live for you guys and amassing that growth, that following has been such an important. It's been something I look forward to. I look forward to putting out videos, putting out streams. Doing this has made my Sundays the Sundays to look forward to. I have so much fun on a Sunday afternoon doing this. And it's still worth it because it's like, you have this great audience who will show up no matter what. People who are so engaged. You want engagement, you want that engagement. You have an audience that's very engaging too. The chat that just blows up. The chat would just blow up on a regular Maki Live show. The chat would just blow up all over the place, and it's just like we can't keep up. It's like we can't keep up, and then that's what we want. We can't keep up. We don't want to keep up with you guys because you guys are just at it every single time I go live. Even when it's just myself, you guys are here. You guys are like. You guys are just front and center. Everybody's excited. Yes, it is. It's that excitement. It's that eagerness, Everybody's engaged. Everybody feels like they're part of the conversation. Even when it's just me here, you guys are just like part of the chat. I talk to you guys in the chat all the time. And I'm so grateful to amass this great group of friends. This group of people I have. This being on this platform. I'm grateful for that. I'm glad I discovered this. I'm glad I discovered you guys. And I feel like you guys invigorated so much of my life, and I feel like, you guys really have. You guys have really made a lot of days really worth looking forward to, I'm in this mindset. I'm in this kind of this feeling right now where I'm just not, I'm ready to move on from my current job. I want, new experiences. I want to actually move up. I want to actually make a living. And, I want to be able to find what's out there. I need to do some soul searching. Figure out what my next career plan is. But, as long as I can continue doing YouTube, continue doing this, continue doing the art, continue doing all of this, I'll be happy, There are days where I'm like, I would love to just call in sick just so I can get some work done and just stream. Go on this channel and just stream with you guys. And just hang out, doing these streams is just for nearly 3 years. We've been doing this show. I've been doing Maki Live. We've been doing this, and it's been such almost life changing for me. It really has been a life changing feeling for me. I love this. I love doing this. I love going on just to draw and hang out with you guys. And what do you where do you go from here? Where do you ultimately want to be? And I have to really think about that. What do I really want to be as a content? What is my ultimate goal here on YouTube? And I think it's the same goal that I've had since we started. Is to always keep drawing, to continue to draw, continue to show my talent, to show my love and my passion for stuff, and to continue inspiring other people to pick up a pen and start drawing. I love doing this. I love doing this. It's so much fun for me. I get to do this live with you guys here, and it's so worth it. It's absolutely worth it. We've hit a lot of these achievements. When did you fall in love with? What was the count? Oh, that's a good question. Okay, so where do I start? That's a good question. So start. It started at 2. It started at 2 years old. That's as far as what my folks will say. It started at 2 years old. My mother has always been creative herself. Has always been into crafting herself. So maybe that's where I got the talent from, because I'm the only person in my entire family who has. Because I think I'm the only person in my entire family who has this kind of talent. And people keep asking, and my folks wonder, where did this talent come from? Where did this talent come from? I don't know. And I really do think it's that there's that creative side. I think it's that something about my mom's creative side. I think that she has a thing for crafting. That's where somehow it may have rubbed off on me. I didn't discover. I knew I had this, I knew that, even when it's crayon drawing, it's say back when I was in elementary school, say first grade or second grade, and it's we're gonna do a little exercise where it's we were talking about Mexican food or something like that, and draw a taco, and I was I did a taco in crayon. I didn't realize. I was wow, that's a pretty accurate taco. What really kicked it off really was in the 4th grade. I didn't in the 4th grade. That's when I took my first art class. I did take my first art class in 4th grade, and the first thing I ever did was I drew a portrait of myself. I drew a portrait of myself that I still have till this day. I still have it. I was 99. Hold on. I gotta figure this out. So let's see. 23. 24 years later. 24 years ago, I still have that first ever portrait I ever drew in art class in the 4th grade. I still have that. I may have to show that off at some point. I didn't notice I didn't notice that I was like, doing well in that class. I didn't really notice, but it wasn't until the fourth grade we did we did an ocean project. Everybody was doing an ocean project. We did sea animals. I had to do a sea turtle, and we did some, I did some, of course we did, looked up sea turtles and such like that. It's so interesting to look up sea turtles. It's so cool how long they live to be, how they have it and such like that. And I don't know who gave me this idea, but I don't know who gave me this idea, but I don't know if it was myself who I thought about this, but I thought it was like, I don't know how to depict, I don't know how to, it's like for book projects, but I just went ahead and I drew, I think it was either my teacher or I think it was either my parents who gave me, who was working with me at the time, maybe to draw to, maybe to show off your project, maybe draw some sea turtles or something. I did. And it was arguably what happened was that when we showed off, it was I think my project was probably one of the best projects out of the entire class, because my fourth grade teacher was stunned by how I was able to draw a sea turtle like that. Done so much that they had to show it, that my fourth grade teacher showed it to our art teacher. It showed them how amazing, how I drew these sea turtles like that. And I think at that point, it kind of hit. I think when I was 10, it kind of hit me that, okay, I have this talent. I can draw. And then, I used to doodle a lot in fifth grade. I got in trouble for it. I doodled, and I got in trouble in middle school for it. I aced every art class that I took in middle school and in high school. I was part of a back-to-school art program. I took part in a back-to-school art program during my junior and senior year. With freshmen and sophomores, drawn with freshmen and sophomore students. I think it was really decided that because I had this thing, because I love video games at the time. I've always cited that the sixth generation, the PS2, Xbox, and GameCube, that to me is the golden age. That is the golden age of video games there. I grew up in the best era of video games, and that was during the sixth generation. And so I was so into video games at the time that, in high school, I decided that I wanted to be a game designer. And, it was where that, I had to start taking what I did much more. I did have to start taking what I did more seriously, because I got accepted into the Art Institute. So, because I was going to get into, in order to get into game design, I had to start in graphic design first, and then get accepted into doing animation. And I did. I was willing to make that jump from graphic design to animation, and then further into game design. But something I guess I stuck with graphic design. Maybe because I was too afraid. Maybe because I couldn't animate. Maybe because I don't have that structure, or I don't have that structure to be able to animate as well. I feel like I'm probably not going to succeed as an animator. So I stuck with the graphic design. However, when I graduated, and by the way, guys, I think this week, it's going to be March. I think it's going to be March 23rd. So I think on Thursday, it is going to be officially 10 years since I graduated with my associate's degree in graphic design. Yeah, it's going to be 10 years since. But after, in 2013, after I got out of school, that was at the point where I started taking my art more seriously. I discovered that I had a following on Google Plus, Google's failed social media, and then I just kind of ran with it. I just started taking myself more seriously. You know, I did digital. I did digital at the time. I was doing vector illustrations on Illustrator. So it's let me see if I can hang on a second. All right, 1 second. I'm gonna see if I can find some of my old Illustrator stuff. Like, because all of my vector work is on another flash, is on a hard drive that is formatted to Mac only, because I was using a Mac. I had a MacBook at the time, so I wasn't feeling a PC. But let me see if I can find that. Hang on. All right, let me see if I can find it. Yes, I do have some old. Work. Let's see. Here's some of my old vector work on Illustrator. Very old shit. You kind of look at it back, and you kind of look at it. It's much better than I did back then. Let's see. Some stuff with pastels like that. It's like old school stuff, very, very old stuff. But this was all done in Illustrator. Using all vector based. So I have some more, but they're in my other hard drive. These are ones I kind of saved to my Google Photos. But this is old shit. This is like old stuff. Here, I got something. Let me see if I can find some. This is kind of what my I do have work in progress, screen caps. Let me see if I can find that. But at the time, I was doing both digital and traditional. I was doing both. But what kind of pushed me over to traditional was a Venezuelan artist you guys should probably know by the name of Rake. Seeing his early ink work got me to doing. Oh, I always love doing this. So I love doing this. This is 2012, 2013. I did Art Deco automotive posters here on the cover. But yeah, it's just like I always had that. It's like art because I was really into Art Deco design at the time. Oh, shut up. But yeah, I did Art Deco. Oh my god, so power. Yeah, it's old stuff. Let me see if I can find some. Sketchbook photos that we did. There's some Magitek in here. No, they're not in here. I hate screen caps. I do have screen caps in here. Sketchbook photos of I cannot find any. Aww. Yeah, it's old. Yeah, this is old stuff. Yeah, man. Just. Yeah, I can't find it. Oh, or let me see if I can. So I have to go all the way back to like 2016. Yeah, just like some views of mine. That's how my setup was on Illustrator at the time. It's kind of like an ongoing running joke that I did for. It's like you can see just like old stuff where it kind of get to. Yeah, you can sort of see where it really stuff really came together. You know, stuff really came together, and I learned. I learned from that. I learned from a lot. Yeah, it's old stuff you could get. Okay, here, so this is like a little collage of some of the digital work I've done. Yeah, but a lot of my digital work, sadly, it's on my flash drive, but it's let's see. This old flash drive. Oh, yeah. So, like all of my old vector work, all my old digital work is right here on this old flash drive. I had this flash drive for a decade. I've had it for nearly like 11, 12 years. I can't open it. The only problem is because this flash drive was formatted to a MacBook, and I would need to find a way to transfer those over to PC, because I don't want to format this because all my old stuff is in here. So I am trying to figure that out. If you guys want to give me tips or anything on how to get this stuff out here and transfer it over to my PC without having to format this, because this is formatted to Mac only. So let me know, guys. I appreciate that. Let's see here. Okay. But yeah, it's a lot of older stuff that I used to have, But yeah, I hope that kind of answers your question. Essentially, under $100. High capacity drive, does that? I need, but will it be able to read my Mac? Will it be able to read my hard drive though? Because my hard drive is formatted to my MacBook, to a Mac, not a PC, and I don't want to lose any of that stuff I had on there. So I've had that for years. 2 terabyte. Okay, I'll take a look. Thank you, J.A.F.O. So, sorry, it's not even on this right now. But yeah, I hope that answers your question. I hope that really answers your question, Arlena. I would say there's multiple catalysts for it. I would argue that there was really multiple catalysts for it, not just one. But yeah, it's just, it's all this became, who I am today. Became the artist I am today. This has been a personal journey for me. All of this has been a journey. And it's, these are memories that I can't take away, that aren't gonna leave. You can't take those away from me. You can't take those moments I had. Just such as being on YouTube, you can't take those moments away. If I'm able to get my as an experiment. Okay, I'm gonna look into that. Yeah, once I get into that, maybe I could do a stream where I could show off my old some of my old vector work. It means a lot, guys. Thank you all, seriously. And so thank you, Arlena, for the oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Arlena, for the question, and thank you to Stunning for the gifted memberships. We got Cal G became a sponsor, became a member of CSF Nation, Parrothead, MJ1 Media, and of course, Arwin is officially a member of the CSF Nation. Thank you all for gifted membership. Thank you for the gifted membership, Giant Cage as well. You guys are absolutely amazing. Welcome you guys to the CSF Nation. I don't know where else to put it, so I'm going to have to play that clip. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you, Stunning, for the gifted membership. And thank you, everybody, for joining the CSF Nation. I'll be reaching out to you guys soon, probably after the stream, about the way we do things here with our channel members. So stay tuned, guys. Anyway, I got 2 more questions. Liam Gray, good to see you, Liam, and good to see you, Wade, and good to see you, Julie. Both Julie and Wade are asking basically the same question. What got you? Oh, I'm sorry. Let me turn my camera back on. There you go. Julie and Wade are asking the same question. How did you start your streaming career, and what made you decide to stream? Okay, so, by the way, guys, thank y'all so much. Thank you guys so much for the Ask Maki stream, guys. By the way, guys, this is an AMA, so if you guys have any questions you want to ask me, do make sure you put the hashtag #AskMaki, and I will answer them live. So thank you guys so much. Thank you for the participation, and thank you guys for the amazing questions. So I'm gonna answer both Julie and Wade's comments together since they're the same. So to get started, well, it goes all the way back to Instagram. So I had this on Instagram. I used to do Instagram. I know you guys know Instagram stories, the stories feature where you can post like a 1-minute clip and 1-minute clip or something like it's like Twitter Reels or something like that, or like the Reels feature, and they only last for a day. They only go up and they go last for a day. So I had this, and I did this all with my camera phone. And then there's this app that I use called InShot that I'm able to video. It's great video editing software for your phone. It's great video editing software for your phone. What I would do is when I did traditional work, I would record myself drawing. I still do traditional work, by the way. I'm just saying. But when I was doing it a lot on Instagram, what I would do. I know. I see the questions. I'll get addressed it. So sorry, guys. But let me explain. So when I started, so what I would do on the stories features, I would do quick 1-minute time lapses of just whatever I was drawing at the time. So I would do these quick 1-minute time lapses. It was always fun to do. I did sped up my process to make it last under a minute. And it was always fun to make. I miss making those just because the audience was very engaged with it. People would watch it all the time to see those reels that I would post up on Instagram like every other day, just because I thought it'd be fun. So making sure you'd say got them. Okay, thank you, Matt. But what happened is that I did have a YouTube channel as a result of making my Google account. I did have a YouTube channel. It was nothing. There was nothing there. So I just needed there just so I could be on YouTube and just listen to the old TFM stuff, the High Council stuff, be everywhere at once, be everywhere, But what it was that one of the time lapses, one of the old reels that I did was a drawing of B from Pokemon Sword and Shield, which that ended up being my first ever time-lapse video. Because what happened was I actually recorded the time-lapse in full, like 100%, the whole way through from start to finish. And I realized I still have the clips. So I was like, you know what? I'll just make a time-lapse video and just throw it up on YouTube. And that video blew up. It became, at the time, it was my highest viewed video on YouTube. It's my first ever time-lapse video. I'll go ahead and show it on. I'll go ahead and show it on my channel here. Let's go to my channel. So B is my first time lapse. Let's go all the way down. Yeah. So this is right here. So this is B for Pokemon Sword and Shield, every time there's a every time there's like a new gym, every time a new Pokemon game comes out, everybody wants to do fan art of all the gym leaders that show up. So that was kind of my thing. Everybody was drawing B and Nessa at the time. So I was like, okay, I'll do it too. That'd be fun. So that video did blow up. So, but I still kept doing it. I still kept doing the Instagram stories for time lapses, just like quick time lapses. And this is what stories was like, just doing up and just like sped it up to last like a minute or so. Well, what happened was, of course, the pandemic hit. The pandemic hit. Everybody was locked in their homes, couldn't get out. You had to wear masks. You had to get vaccinated. All that stuff. What happened was that I was still doing time-lapse videos. I just started making, I was like, I'll make time-lapse videos, and stuff like that. And, in the meantime, I was getting more involved in the community. I was more involved in the fellowship, whatever you want to call it. I was a mod. How a lot of people discovered who I was that I was a mod on John Talk channel. I was a mod on Stephen Walton's channel. I was a mod on Culture's channel. I was even a mod on Scott Sporking News Podcast's channel at the time. So it was kind of that little group that they were part of. That of course, that's how Rogue Entertainment started. I was already I was a member of Rogue Entertainment and stuff, and my time in modding. And I got a chance to be on panel many times. I got a chance to be on panel a couple of times. That gave me what that did is that gave me the confidence. The more I became more comfortable on being on panel with other people, the more I felt confident in wanting to live stream myself. And I was just like, I already make time-lapse videos. No problem. And I've actually streamed before on Instagram Live. I actually did an Instagram Live. I figured, let's just try it. Let's try it. Let's do it for the first time. Let's try it. And on Sunday, August 23rd of 2020, that is a special date to remember for me because that is the day that we started Maki Live. It is the day we started Maki Live. So we're gonna go all the way back to 2020. So this is it. You can see 9 seasons. You can see all the old streams. God, I did so many live streams. Right here, 2 years ago, Sunday, August 23rd, 2020. 21st, sorry. So, yeah, no, it's 23rd. No, Mads, it's the 23rd. It's right here. It's right here. August 23rd. It was Sunday, August 23rd, 2020 was the first time I ever did a live stream, really, and I did Maki Live. A lot of people were just hanging out in the chats. And the first person, my first ever guest was yours truly. Get in here. If I can find her. Where is it? I'm trying to hyphen that, but my first ever guest on Maki Live, and this was requested by Bruce Lombardo. Mads Mamabear. Yours truly. Mads was I was that flustered back in the day. Stories about me, Mads, have stories about this because see. But essentially, because we'll tell you that Mads will tell you, we talked for like 3 hours after the stream was over. And then I was like, I gotta have her back on. I gotta keep having her back on. And then she just ended up becoming my co-host, and as well as Bruce did. And that's kind of how we started streaming. That's basically kind of how I started doing marketing live and doing the draw streams. And ever since August 23rd, we have been going live every Sunday for 2 years. For 2 years straight, nearly going on 3 years, we have done a Sunday show. We have done Wednesday shows too, where it was just me, Mads, and then Marco, who we added on later. We've had multiple co-hosts and guests come on. We've, I would say the first guest we had on was Ords when we were finishing up Ronin Soul. That is actually the first. That is another drawing that lived on infamy. This the second time I drew Bubblegum. We've had a lot of great shows. A little funny thing about the Halloween drawing we did. Did some Halloween art, and I drew one of my characters as 2B, and the work in progress screen cap I did one of those drawings was the first Instagram post I had to reach 1,000 likes. It freaking blew up on that. But people loved it. People, we kept doing it. We kept doing the show. On 2 years ago, on Mads' birthday, was the first time in a long time that I started bringing the Copic markers back in. We brought the Copic markers back in. Of course, we ended the season with when when on the eve of Gina Carano's firing from the Mandalorian and from Disney, we did that as a season finale. I did a lot of timeline stuff, of course. I want to say about we were at 500 subs when Bats got me introduced into Fortnite, and he said, "It was like, hey, Mike, there's a lot of really cool skins that you could totally draw." And I didn't take a glance at it at first, but then I started looking into it. I'm like, okay, this is cool. This is cool. I like this skin. Oh God, I want to draw this skin now. I want to draw that skin. I want to draw this skin. So I was like, that's how I got into Fortnite. So it tapped into the art stuff I was doing, and we did a couple of streams where we actually where we had Mads and we had Riot Kitty. We had Megatron, where we did like a Fortnite art challenge where we picked a skin and we all had like 30 minutes to draw it. So, but yeah, just so many amazing moments. I draw so much. This is insane. We've had our first legit. I want to say no. Ords was our first. Ords was our first guest. But our first artist spotlight, we did artist spotlight for artists. But the first time we had an artist come on was Northern, and that was on a Wednesday show, and that show blew up. I was so happy that there was so much support behind that. Of course, we had multiple shows. Of course, we had another show with Northern Art Dog and Bry, who came on. Another friend of ours, an amazing artist too. We've had multiple artists come on. We had Ari. I would never forget that stream we had with Ari Dynamics, where she couldn't access. We had to do it through Discord. We had to do the entire stream through StreamYard and Discord because she didn't know how to get there. But I loved how Ari on. I still loved how Ari on. We had multiple artists come on multiple times. We had so many amazing moments. Of course, I did the Batman drawing that led to us doing my first ever art auction 2 years ago. We did our first ever art auction, drawing Frank Rosetta for 2 years. I did a stream with Northern talking about High Guardian Spice. Just so much. We have so many memories. Looking back at this, I originally was going to open up a second channel just called Maki Live, and that's where I could dump all my live streams there. But you know what? It was encouraged to just keep all the live streams here. So ever since, I kept all my live streams here, but I still might do that down the line. To just open up a second channel called Maki Live, and that's where I can put all of my draw streams there and still keep it there. So there'll be a place if you guys want to miss that. But yeah. That's kind of I hope that answers your question, Julie and Wade. Hope that answers your question. But yeah, it's, I never looked back. I never looked back, when we started streaming. I never looked back since, And that's some humble beginnings, We had so many amazing moments that I'll never forget doing this live. The fact that we hit 900 and then the fact that we hit 1,000 in monetization just nearly 2 weeks apart. It was insane. I could talk on end on just that day, what happened that day as well. So it was insane. We had so many great guests on. We've had so many repeating guests on. The birthday streams. This YouTube thing has been. I'm glad I did this. I'm so glad I did this. I really am. I mean that when I say it. I'm so glad I did this. And these are moments that I will never forget, guys. These are moments that I will never, ever forget for as long as I live. The freaking we had a movie review stream twice. We did that with Dabman and Mrs. Dabman on Ghostbusters Afterlife. That was so much fun. There was a time that we're going all over the place right now. There was a time that we didn't have any guests on. We didn't have that many guests on, but then that's when I discovered Arwen, and and I always tell Arwen this, that the first stream we did with her reinvigorated the whole. She set the template. She basically set the template for us bringing on guests more and more, because we had Arwen first, and then we had Maria, and then Master TDS and Writing Raven. We had Damian's daughter Aang on. We had Rosetta back on. We had so many people back on. Of course, the following. We kept the momentum going. Arwen set that up in a way. Having Grumpy on, having Purple Valkyrie on twice, having Mags on for 3 times, Loki on twice. Having these guests on was so much fun to do. It was so much fun to put it there, man. If you cry, maybe I'm not gonna cry. I'm just saying, man. It's just this. All of this, man. I look back and it's like all that came from Hunt. And you think about where that started. It's just like all that started from this. All that started just from this. I did not expect this channel to be able to get the success that it did. But it did. It really did. So, Julie, Julie Wade, I hope that answers your question. I really do hope that answers your question. So let's get to the next one, Liam Gray, who has another question. What are your current projects? Do you have any pending future projects? So that's going to be hard. That's going to be a tough one to kind of break down. To start, so to kind of begin, let's kind of begin where it should end. But I have been kind of going around and through for the most of the years. I have been, focused on YouTube, focused on building that YouTube channel, and just building a base and such like that. That's what it's been kind of one of my focuses, and I'm glad I'm doing that. I'm glad I have channel memberships to where I can be able to treat this like a Patreon. And that's ultimately what I wanted to do. Is I wanted to do some form of Patreon or subscription model where I can do art, where I can do exclusive art for you guys, and I want to be able to get back to selling merch again. I want to get back to selling merch again. I want to get back to, being able to do a Patreon, do a full-fledged Patreon with just my channel memberships, and I am all over the place right now. I'm so sorry, y'all. I am so sorry, y'all. But as far as current pending projects, aside from the channel membership stuff, aside from wanting to set up a Patreon or a Subscribe Star or a coffee, there's one other thing I want to do, and it's something I've always been talking about, and that is let me find it. Here we go. All right, so let me go back to one thing I always wanted to, one thing I am trying to get work on, trying to get off the ground is Midnight Rush. So this has been a thing that I have been doing for this is a thing I've been doing since 2015. I want to say 20 this has been an ongoing idea that has been going on that I've been developing since 2015. I've actually dedicated a couple of streams actually talking about it too. But what this kind of culminates to is that because I'm seeing now with so many people putting out books left and right, so many amazing concepts, so many amazing things, and it's like the doors open for creator-owned projects now. That this has been in such the back burner, and what I want to do is, and I really hope that if I can, I'm seriously, I seriously mean this, and I do hope that I can make this happen. I want to follow Raging Golden Eagle's kind of path and make an American manga. Yeah, I want to turn this into a manga. Midnight Rush has been something I've been working on since 2015. Off and on. I've been so much more dedicated in the past 2 or 3 years. I've been much more dedicated to it. I've been much more taking it much more serious. And, I'm in the current stage of just writing the entire story out, writing it from start to finish, and then, going to the next phase of just drawing it out now. But this has been a developing thing for 8 years. And something that I've been very proud of, something that I will, I know Riot Kitty wants to put out a book. Mads is a part of a book. Liam's, you got your work too. Everybody wants to get out a book, and everybody wants to kind of do their own thing. But, this is what I want to. It's been an idea. It's been an idea that I've developed ever since 2015. I have developed this idea since 2015. And it came from my personal passion, and it came from something that it's like I wanted to. I've told myself multiple times, no, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to put out. I don't care if it's niche. Actually, I don't want it to be niche, but it's something I'm passionate about, and it's something that you can see that there was a lot of passion. That I've been working this out for years, for so long, and I'm still thinking about it. I think about it every day. I think about it every time I walk, every time I do. It's been a driving force for me to build this world, to flesh out this story, and it means a lot to me. It means a lot to me with the characters, with all of this. I've archived. What you're seeing here is basically this is my folder that I have archived everything. I have archived every single piece of drawing that I've done in relation to Midnight Rush. I have everything for the past 5 years, and I've built this up. And the first thing is I want to take Marco's advice, and the first thing I want to do is I want to trademark this. I want to copyright this just in case. I want to copyright this idea so that even if it does get off the ground. At least, I guess my idea in my alone, Well, it's an inspiration, but it's something I'm very passionate about, and this is what passions me. It is a story. It is a story about world of this world of underground street racing, and that's something I wanted to talk about. Something I'm passionate about with a really good cast of characters. Something that for everybody to like. Great action scenes, a very huge. It's almost like you taking something. It's almost like you're taking those tenets of, you know, the things that I love in manga, in that you're taking something that is so mundane and making it so immersive. You know, you're taking something that's mundane and you're building your own fiction out of it. You're building your own mythology out of it. You know, everybody, we talk about escapism. We talk about wanting to build escapism and wanting escapism in our entertainment. And this is my escapism. This is what I want to create. This is the escapism I want to create. And this is the escapism that clearly I'm passionate about. If it took me 8 years to flesh this out, it's crazy. I've so far, as far as the writing goes, I'm on chapter 60. Yeah, I'm on chapter 60. Yeah. In this case, I call it lap 60, but yeah, I'm 60 chapters in, and I think about it. I talk about it. I plan about it all the time. Like the reason why I do a lot of walking recently is because I'm talking. I think about this all the time when I do my exercise, when I do my walks and such like that, because I get to let my mind go free, let my mind really plan stuff out, and I get immersed. I immerse myself within it. But the most important thing is that you can't write for you. You got to write for your audience. And I know that there's an audience for this, and I hope that it finds an audience. So, and I hope that I'm able to find the resources and find the ways to really get this off the ground. And that's part of the reason why I went to digital, is because I want to be able to pull something like this off digitally and be able to do it. And it's going to be black and white. It's going to be traditional manga style as well, because that's what I want to go for. Something I'm passionate about. I'm personally passionate about this, and you guys know how passionate I am when it comes to stuff like that. So, yeah. Hopefully I can get that off the ground soon. Hopefully we can make something happen. But anyway, I hope that answers your question, Liam. Hope that answers your question. Thank you for that question. Thank you guys so much. Seriously. Okay, let's keep going here. So Julie asked, did you go to school for what you know now? Yes. For some, I would say for a lot of what I know now, yes. Julie knows we've been because we've been friends since middle school. But I did go to the Art Institute. I didn't go to AID, Art Institute of Dallas, which is not there anymore. I got a course of graphic design. In fact, Julie, you'll be surprised to know that some of the people that I've met at at the Art Institute back in the day, they actually knew who you were. They actually knew who you were because apparently there was a lot of close circles at the time. So it was surprising to me to run into some people. It's like, oh, I know who Julie is. It's like, yeah, I've talked with Julie before. Been to similar schools, because a lot of them did actually come from the same. A good point of them did come from the same school district, not from the exact school that we went to, but from that same district, or they knew people from that same district. So it was so cool to kind of see that, and I brought that up. I was like, yeah, everybody knew her at the time. It's like, that's so cool. So. Yeah, we had some close circles, We did that. I don't know if you did that back in the day, but yeah, a lot of stuff that I learned, I did learn from being in the Art Institute. I also learned from I just learned from trial and error, just from being out here post college, and just learning to fail, learning to succeed, learning to pick yourself up. A lot of it's kind of funny how I was struggling at like graphic design back then, but now where I'm at, I've developed a bigger interest in it. It's surprising that I've just developed an interest in it recently. Um, and but it's so crazy though. But yeah, it's a WTF. Yeah, but yeah, it's WTF. It is a WTF there, Julie, because yeah, some people I knew you as well. So it was kind of a close circle. We ran, because we ran into a lot of different circles. We were into kind of different circles in high school, so it was kind of funny. I can figure that out. So yeah, it's kind of funny. Um, but I did learn from that. I did learn a lot from that. I did learn to pick up, and I think a lot of that still applies today. I've always had this. Something I think about is, and I cannot believe I'm near 2 hours in, and I still haven't finished the line work yet. Anyway, but something that I learned, it's just that it was there was always this thing to me where I didn't have where you know I was incredibly talented, but I didn't have the fundamentals. I wasn't good at learning the fundamentals, and yet I was able to make stuff look so good though. Despite that, it's you know I still learn from that. I still learn from that. I still think about the stuff that I picked up at the Art Institute, not only in Dallas but in San Francisco when I moved down here. I still think about that. I still think about you know basics and stuff like that. I wasn't, I didn't have a high GPA in high school, and I wasn't like top in college either. And I was able to make it, but in some places where I excelled at was where I excelled at. Some places where I didn't excel at. It is what it is. Do I feel like I've become well rounded and I've improved since then? Yes, I feel like I have. I feel like I've learned a lot in this life. Like it did tell me three things, and I hope to continue learning. I hope to continue improving. I don't feel like I don't want to feel like my years didn't go to waste. I didn't want to feel like my years in the 4 years in school from 2009 to 2013. I don't want to feel like that went to waste because I feel like it was worth it. It was worth those experiences. It was worth the people that I met at the time. And it was worth the stuff that I learned because I think I wouldn't have been. Because honestly, I don't think I wouldn't have been. I wouldn't have been who I am now. I wouldn't think. I don't think I would have been as passionate if I. I don't think I wouldn't have been as passionate for what I do now if I didn't go. If I didn't struggle. I struggled. I feel like I always felt like I was inferior. I always felt like I was, that was that whole thing with envy and stuff like that. It's been a that was something I was dealing. Envy was something I was dealing with after high school, it didn't take until me being on Instagram to make me just kind of realize that I have to be happy for what I create and such like that, and I started becoming that. I started becoming more passionate. That's it's it's I feel like I feel like I'm I feel like it came out well. I feel like even that time, I still, you know, would I change it? Of course I will. But I'm happy for the experiences that I had, and would I do it again? Maybe not. But it's never. I never feel like I never feel now. I don't feel like I've. Sometimes I feel like I don't waste. I feel like I haven't wasted it. I feel like I'm still growing. I can still blossom. I can still be the artist and the man that I want to be. I still like I'm still becoming that. You're still following that. You're still, I always see myself as I see myself as a late bloomer, like somebody who just blossomed late in his, somebody who blossomed late in his life. Late in his adult years, he found his footing. He found his footing. He found his passion. He found so much that he's able to live the life he wants to live. And he grew. He found that in his adult years. Always been on that. It's always been like that. I hope that answers your question. But yeah. In general, yes. For what I knew now, I think partially it's yes. It's yes and no because a lot of the stuff that I did learn happened after I graduated, and when I got into what I did, got into my adult life, as you could say. So hope that answers the question. Thank you, Julie, for that question. Let's go down. Okay, this one is from Stunning. Ask Maki, if you worked for DC or Marvel, which character would you want to draw a comic, and what dream in a dream world where DC and Marvel aren't they grapple right now? So this is a good question. So I'm gonna answer this question in two ways. I'm gonna answer this question in two ways. The first way would be, what character would I work for if DC and Marvel were still, like, if the comic side of DC and Marvel were still on high? I would say in that scenario, I would say possibly Spider-Man. I would say possibly Spider-Man, if not a Spider Verse, a Spider character. Um, or Spider-Man related character. I would maybe like Ben Riley um, or Kane Parker, or even Jessica Drew, Spider Woman. Um, I could see myself totally want to do something for. I could totally see myself wanting to do stories on maybe X-23, Laura. At the time of the Black and Silver X Force books, Psylocke, maybe. But I'm not as well versed into the X Men as I am into like Spider Man. So I would love to do a black. I would totally do a Black Cat story, or what? I would totally would do that, or just general Spider Man, Peter, maybe Blade, or even Cap. If that was that's on the Marvel side. Now on the DC side, if we're talking DC the way it is now, if we're talking DC in like DC doing well and not kind of in the state it is now, I would say I can't say Batman. I can't say Batman mainly because I don't think I would do Batman justice, despite the fact that me growing up in, despite the fact that me growing up in the house that Batman built, I don't think I would do Batman justice. Even I think I could, but I would on the DC side, Nightwing, hands down, Nightwing. I would love to do a Nightwing story. I would totally be all in for doing a Nightwing story. You give me any character, it would be Nightwing. It would be either Nightwing, the Teen Titans, Black Canary, Dyna Lance, even including Green Arrows. What I would say specifically, I would love to do a Nightwing or Starfire story. I would totally, or even possibly Raven or Cyborg. Totally. Um, you know, it's you know, it, you know what? I forgot one. Supergirl. I would like to do. I would totally draw Supergirl. Supergirl, Teen Titans, or even Nightwing. That'd be like my top three. And that's in a good. That's if DC was in, DC or Marvel was in a good state. You know what I mean? Now, in the current state that it now here's the second answer. Now here's my second answer, Sonny. Now if we're talking the current state that DC and Marvel in right now, there's this video series that if you guys are not familiar with England Teen, I Love Comics, he used to do, and it was like what three characters what he would have done. Now we're gonna start on the Marvel side. If I had the choice between three characters or one of any characters on the Marvel side in the current state it would be. Hang on. I would do. Thank you for being here, Liam. I really appreciate that. It would be. First up, hands down, it would be. Be right back. Okay, actually, hang on. We're gonna do it like this. So if you give me three characters now, and we're talking now, the first one would be no. You give me any character, and if we're talking, and this is if I had the option to do characters currently in the state that Marvel is in. On the Marvel side, it would be first up would be Silk, hands down. I have her entire first run, and I think there is a potential good character within Silk, within Cindy Moon. Freaking let me have at it, and I think I could come up with a much stronger story and a much stronger character with Cindy Moon Silk. That's the first one. The second one would be Flash Thompson, Agent Venom. I loved this run. I love this run of Flash Thompson. He was one of my favorite characters in Marvel. Period. I loved his redemption arc. It was based a freaking redemption for him. I would love to do Flash Thompson, Agent Venom, just because his character became so endearing for me. The third one would be just hear me out. Just hear me out. Give me America Chavez. Give me America Chavez. Hear me out. Because I think there's potential with this character. There's a lot of potential with this character. Like, don't give me an A-lister. Like, give me somebody who I can let me see if I can prop up maybe a bad character or a B-list character or a C-list, C or D-list character that I can turn that around. And give me America Chavez. But the fourth one, and I think this would be easy for me. Fourth one is easy. Carol. Give me Carol. Give me Carol. I will turn. I will. If I can't turn. If I didn't get the chance to turn her back into Warbird, Miss Marvel, I don't care. I give me Carol Danvers. I will. I can guarantee I can make it much more compelling. I can make Carol much more likable, much more compelling, and a much better character. Let me have it. Let me have at it. Hell, give me Captain Marvel. That's fine. That is totally fine. I will go at it. I mean that. I truly mean that. Am I right? Everybody say right? Kitty's like, I can fix it. Now on the DC side, give me Nightwing, of course. Of course, Nightwing. Nightwing is my all-time favorite hero, hands down. Dick Grayson, Nightwing is my all-time favorite hero. He's my favorite Robin, and he is my favorite Robin of the 4 or 5, and that's not going to change. I've always been a Nightwing fan, always will be a Nightwing fan. So yes, give me Nightwing. The second, I think another character would be, of course. Listen, after the absolute atrocity that was I Am Not Starfire, just give me Starfire. Let me just let me come on, guys. Marketing on Starfire. Come on. Don't tell me you don't think that could work. You don't think that can't work. Because I totally think that can work. Who else? Same thing. I would still give me not just, I would say not just Black Canary, not just Dinah Lance Black Canary, but I would love to do I would love to try my hand at doing a Birds of Prey. And doing a truly solid, like authentic, Birds of Prey. Back when Gail Simone was running it. A truly solid Birds of Prey. Give me that. If for jokes and giggles, because his book was canceled, give me Tim Drake Robin. Give me Drake Robin, and I will turn him back into Red Robin. Give me Tim Drake Robin. Serious. Give me Tim Drake Robin. I will turn him back into Red Robin. If it means that I have to keep I have to keep the sex change, that's fine. It's fine. I can work it. I can work around it. I know a lot of people, especially in this chat, will say that after what they saw from Megan Fitzmartin's interpretation of Robin, that they could probably do a better version of Tim Drake than what we're seeing right now. And that book was canceled, by the way. That book was canceled. Yeah, I would definitely try to bring back the relationship between him and Stephanie Brown. Speaking of which, give me just yes, because Stunning brought this up, and I 100% behind this. I would love to do. Cassandra Cain, Batgirl. I would love to do Cassandra Cain, just because I think that one, the atrocious, and I mean atrocious, Birds of Prey and the Batavis emancipation of one Harley Quinn did her dirty. They did Cassandra dirty in that film. And Cassandra, I think, is one of the best characters in. It's one of the best characters in the Bat family. I think Cassandra is one of the best characters in the Bat family, hands down. And I would keep the iconic I would keep that iconic, keep her iconic look. I would probably update it just a little bit more modern, have some modern elements to it. But yes, I would keep. Just give me Cassandra Cain. Give me Cassie. um, um, if possible, maybe Katana. Maybe Katana. But what? I just lost my. I just lost my train of thought there for a second. Lady Shiva is a good one. It's just there's a lot of characters. As you could probably tell, there's a lot of male and female characters I would totally do if I was to work at DC or Marvel, and they gave me free reign. Just because I want to see them done better. Just because I want to see them done better. Just because I think that they could. Oh, Satana would be a blast. But the problem is that I got to really get into the whole. I'm not as well versed into the magic side of DC as I am, so I don't have to do a lot of research to get Zatanna right. You know, that would be me. even doing like going into like Justice League Dark, because I don't think magic would be. I don't think I would be good at magic. So I don't think I would be good at kind of the magic side of DC. But that would be fun. Hell, give me. I got another one. Oh no, wrong one. Yeah, Troy. That's no. I was thinking. Oh, here we go. Thomas Troy. Why not? Just Titans I could work with, but if I had to pick a specific Titan, it would be between Starfire, Robin, Cyborg, or even Donna Troy. John Constantine would be fun, but the problem is like I said, Mads, I'm not as well versed in the magic and mystical side of the DC universe as probably others would be. So I would be so like out of the loop on that. But if anything, give me another one would be definitely be Roy Harper. Roy Harper. Yes. Because I like Roy Harper's arc. He has a great arc, and they did him dirty in the comics, and they've done him dirty in the comics. This he has a great the way he does that, especially if it meant to bring back Liam Harper, bring back his daughter. I'd be up for that. If they give me a chance to give me, if it was giving me a chance to, if they gave me a chance to actually give me to bring back Liam Harper and bring especially that whole relationship with Cheshire, I would do it in a heartbeat. Because I think they did Roy dirty in that. Sorry. That's a good. Thank you for that. Thank you for that question there. Thank you, Stunning, for that question. And Julie, thank you so much. I'll answer your questions as well. I know you're about to leave, but thank you so much for being here, Julie. Really appreciate you. And I'll see you next time. So this has been fun. This has been so much fun, guys. What time is it? 1:26. Okay, so we'll go for about 30 more minutes. And then we'll go for about 30, 45 more minutes, and then we'll wrap it up. But I just hope that thank you everybody for the freaking questions. You guys have been absolutely amazing. Please step on that like button, share the stream out, and guys, if you guys have any more questions, put the hashtag #AskMaki in the chat. Ask Maki a lot of questions. I will. You know what? After thinking about this, I will do another AMA stream down the line. I will do another AMA stream as well. So you guys have been absolutely amazing. I love doing this. I love doing this. You guys are freaking insane. So let's go and get to let's see what other questions. I want to make sure I'm not missing any. Okay, so I got okay, so we got Sunny's question. Okay, who else? And thank you, Liam. I will take a look into that. Thank you so much. And Riot Kitty. Thank you. Thank you. Right. Oh my gosh. I think AI goes just. I know. I remember you telling me that. I remember you telling me that. Okay. Yes. Short answer. Short answer. Absolutely. Are you coming to visit Texas? I would. I would love to. I love to. Hopefully, I do need to touch back into Texas just to visit family. But hopefully, the next time I come back to Texas, it will be to not only visit family but visit you guys. But maybe go to ValhallaCon with maybe hang out with Loki and Loki and the rest of the crew at ValhallaCon if I can make it there. I would love to come. Coming back to Texas is a guaranteed yes for me, and I will definitely try to make time for you as well, and for you and Jess. So that is a guaranteed yes, Julie. That is guaranteed yes. So hopefully soon. I can see you doing play. Absolutely. Those are really good. See, the thing is, like I said, saying I'm not as well versed in the X-Men stuff as I am. I love X-Men. I'm not as well versed into it, and I think that would be so much of a daunting task because it's like you have this iconic team with so many strong characters in their own right. I don't know if I could do any of them justice, you know. But if you did give me X Men, I would. If I was able to do a book on any of the X Men characters, it would be my top would be X-23, Psylocke, and possibly Storm. But X-23 and Psylocke, hands down. Okay, if I were to her to every story fix Tim Drake as soon as possible. I know, right? On a more sincere note, love Wolverine. Yes, Wolverine. I couldn't do Wolverine justice. There's no way. I wouldn't. I would not be able to do Wolverine justice. There's no way. I could not pull that off, even if I tried. I would love to. I could not pull it off. Maybe Captain America, though. Captain America, definitely. Safe space stuff. Okay, Mads wants me to bring that up. Hang on one second. Everybody's going all over the place. We're going all over the place right now. I should continue to draw right now. Okay, so they want me to bring up safe space is Snowflake. Let's go back. 20. All right. Let's see if I can find her. Where is Snowflake in safe space? Where is it? Where is it? Now, the whole new Warriors thing is almost a given. And Iceman, yes. Bobby Drake, yeah. Kind of. I would, if it were me, I would definitely retcon that whole. Jean Grey basically mind wipe. Jean Grey basically manipulating him. That Jean Grey manipulation, that would definitely be. I cannot find it. Where is that? It's October. Because remember we did that in the fall. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay, so yeah, I did. Yeah, I already brought this up last time before, but yes, we did our own. We did our own version of the Kibble Smith New Warriors, and the stream got taken down twice because I think somebody who was associated with Kibble Smith didn't like the fact that I called him a PAB, that I said he was a punk ass, basically, punk ass bitch, and they tried to flag the stream down twice, and I was like, yeah, we want, yeah, I appealed that both times, but I built that both times, and there was no ounce of nudity whatsoever, so suck it. Sorry. But yeah, this was the version I did of Trailblazer, Snowflake, and Safe Space. So there you go. And I see memes in the chat. Hey, memes. Oh my god. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question there. Okay, so let's keep this going. Okay, I do need to get back into the finishing this line art. So what is the next? I think that is. I think we are caught up on the questions now. Yeah, we are caught up. So, guys, like I said, guys, I will go for about another 45 minutes. If you guys have any questions you want to ask me, put the hashtag #AskMaki, and I will answer them live for you guys. This is an AMA. This has been such a fun AMA, and yes, I will do another Ask Me Anything down the line. Maybe later on in the summer, we'll do another Ask Me Anything because you guys really came out with questions, and I really appreciate that. I mean that. So thank y'all so much for being here. This has been so much fun. Man. we really went into it today, didn't we? Oh god. Um but yeah, it's just this has been such a fun AMA. I know. Hopefully, that gave you guys some more like insight into into me and such like that. Hopefully, this was. Hopefully, you guys had a lot of fun today doing this. Thank you to everybody who's been asking questions. Who's been doing the questions. You guys have been absolutely amazing. Hope you guys got a lot more insight to who I was, and hopefully, you guys really got into Did you get the questions I sent you? Oh, let me check. Um, okay. Oh, yes. I missed those. Okay. Okay. So let me go back. Thank you, Mads. Let me go back. Did it not show up in the comments? That's weird. Where is it? That's so weird. Oh, here we go. So, stunning question: who is the CSF Nation? Sugar Papa? There is none, and it's not you. So there we go. Hope that answered your question. Second question. Next question. Ask Maki. This is from Lucky Neko. How long have you been in the comics and manga? Okay, so comics is easy. I grew up. Like I said, my dad is one of the biggest Batman fans I've ever met. So I grew up. That's how the introduction was through Batman the Animated Series and just all things Batman. I think the first Batman comic I read was the post Nightfall, was after the Nightfall arc where Bane broke his back, and Azazel took the mantle while Bruce Wayne was out. So I remember that iconic Azazel suit. That suit that was so sick. Um, I didn't really get into comics. I didn't get into comics until a certain content creator, and a very old content creator. I remember, if you guys remember the name Linkara, got me into comics. The first book that I read when I got back into comics was Batman War Games, and that's how I was introduced to Cassandra Cain. And the War Games, that War Games was where we saw Stephanie Brown. Spoiler, was killed. She was killed in that story. So that's how I learned who Stephanie Brown was. And that's how I figured out who Barbara became Oracle, and learning about the Killing Joke and all of that. That was kind of the first introduction to comics. Now, some of my favorite comics. Let me see if I can show you too. I'll see if I can blow this up here. Okay, so that's my shelf of comics right there. You can see my DC stuff on one side. You can see my Marvel at the bottom. You can see my indie /CG / books that back I need to go, and then goes into the second row there. One of the first main comics that I really got into was was Marvel's Infinity. That was Jonathan Hickman. That whole entire Infinity saga. It's a huge book, but that was one of the first graphic novels I bought. And there was a period where I just bought a lot of graphic novels at the time. I have on the Marvel stack at the very top, you can see this is Carol Danvers' Miss Marvel, Winter Soldier, of course. You can see the Spider-Man books because I like Chip Zdarsky's run. I was reading Ultimate Spider-Man at the time. Some of the New Avengers as well. Silk is up there. X-Force. My first X-Men book was X-Force. As you can see that there. On DC, I collected a lot of the New 52 of Nightwing and Supergirl, as well as DC's Rebirth. I really like the Rebirth stuff, with one exception being that I stopped with the Nightwing when he got, I think it was when he got shot and he lost his memory. He became Rick Grayson. I did not like that at all. I stepped away from that, and I did step away from. And I do have one Batgirl book before that was Target. And I actually like Gail Simone's Batgirl run in the New 52 as well. I really like that. Of course, my independent books is right here and stuff. But I've been collecting a lot of books. I've been collecting a lot of trade paperbacks, graphic novels, just to keep up with certain stories and stuff that I really liked. A lot of it was stuff that I learned from, looking at following YouTubers like your boy Zach, Old School Captain Cummings, England Teen, Doug, all that stuff. Yeah, that's a lot of people, like Yellow Flash, of course. You can see a lot of the independent books, like the big ones like Cyber Frog, which I got Wreck Planet. I did get Cyber Frog Wreck Planet over the weekend. It is on the shelf along with the figure that I got. The box is right there. You can see this is Wreck Planet stuff. You can see Empowered. That's Adam Warren, which is an artist that I've actually been compared to once. I remember being compared to Adam Warren, and I remember he did the book Empowered. I love that. Of course, I had some old school books too. Overwatch. I was into the Overwatch stuff at the time. See a lot of independent books I have there, such as Miriam's books, Red Gibbs's books, of course Vinny's books is there. You can see Common America, stuff's on top. I collected so many independent books, it's insane. Over the years, I collected so many independent books, it's insane. I backed a lot of books on Kickstarter, Indiegogo over the years. So hope that answers your question. Sorry. Hopefully this is your question. So I really have been into comics. So now, as far as the manga side, let me guess. Now, Lucky Nico. So the manga side, the first manga I read was in 2004, and it was a book called, I don't know if you get. I don't know. I don't think anybody remembers this manga. I don't think anybody remembers this manga, and it is called. Galaxy Angel. I read Galaxy Angel. I think I read the first 4 or 5 volumes. It was fun. I enjoyed it. A lot. That was my first manga. Oh wait, hang on. I was going to the screen. There you go. That was my first manga. It was Galaxy Angel right there. I was into what was it? I don't know if anybody remembers this one, Reservoir Chronicles, Tsubasa. That's Clamp. Of course, you guys know them as Clamp. That's but yeah, I remember that. I remember reading that as me growing up. That was me in high school. That was me as a freshman in high school. I read a lot of manga at the time, so I remember Clamp. That was creators of Chobits. These guys know the Chobits at the time. What else? My all-time favorite manga, and I still stand by this, my all-time favorite manga will always be Air Gear. I loved Air Gear. I loved the hell out of Air Gear. It was basically like Dragon Ball Z, except with motorized inline skates. It was freaking cool. I love that manga. I think I've read that manga from start to finish at least twice. And I was inspired by Air Gear a lot, and And that's, of course, that's Oh Great, who is also the creator of another favorite anime of mine, Tenge. So that one of the first animes I watched in high school. Loved this anime, absolutely loved it, and I love the manga too. So I was I was definitely like, yeah. High school was when I discovered I became a weeb. High school was when I discovered I became a freaking weeb. So I was really into that. But yeah, Air Gear is my favorite manga of all time, just because I love the premise. The art is freaking insane. The art is absolutely just next level. So I loved looking at the art like that. I was like, I want to draw stuff like this because it's just absolutely gorgeous artwork and just such imaginative stuff that they did that I absolutely adored. But yeah, that's all Air Gear. That's Air Gear right there. Love the premise. I love that premise. I love the world, stuff like that. It's such a great stuff, and I will. I gotta do something. I gotta do something like this. I gotta do something like this down the line, just because it looks a pixel like this. Because it's like art like this, it looks so freaking sick, you know. I heard about Galaxy Angel, yeah, but that was my all time favorite manga. But now, as far as current manga that I read now, that is, of course, Wangan Midnight, which is of course the manga adaptation, the manga adaptation of Wangan Midnight, and I would highly advise if you guys like Initial D, you're gonna love Over Rev. I would advise everybody to read Over Rev because it is great. Over Rev essentially it's Initial D, just with basically it's much more personal because it deals with a track it deals with a track and field high schooler Ryoko who broke her legs and she got into street racing. So it's basically an Initial D with an all female cast, and it's really good. It is really damn good. I love it. So the art is gorgeous as well. So that's my that's kind of so this is how I got into manga. So I still read those from time to time. I know. I agree with Grumpy. The animation, because they did like the first season they did, they adapted a good chunk of the first season of Air Gear, but then they did OVAs, which covered some important battles, which covered some really good battles, such as with they had two OVAs. My second one was that the whole battle with Inorganic Net, which is freaking awesome. But what I wanted to see was the whole battle with Sleipnir, which is freaking awesome. It's like this a specific art it's a specific art later on in the story with during the tournament, and it's a really damn cool it's a really sick battle that they did with the Sleipnir team that I think it goes for a couple of chapters, but it's really epic. It's really epic because they do it's this I think it's an A class. I think it was a B class battle, but the cool thing is that they're fighting on top of a moving air show. Like it was like they're fighting on top of planes that are moving at Mach speed during an air show. It is freaking cool to see that though. They do that though. It's like I could geek out on Air Gear for like an entire stream. That was great. So yeah, so it was Air Gear is still my all-time favorite manga, and I always wanted to do kind of a sequel or kind of a spin-off to Air Gear where the thing was that when you got to the end of the story, it became way too much on Dragon Ball Z and such like that, where I think it should have focused heavily more on the motorized inline skating aspect, because that's what really awesome. I would love to do like an Air Gear story that focused more on the whole idea of air treks as a professional sport. Air Gear was kind of the reason that I got into why my favorite genre of manga is sports. I'm really into sport manga. I'm really into sports anime. So that's always been my kind of thing. I'm really into sport focus. So this and Air Gear is essentially a sports manga. But yeah, it's just I love the art. I absolutely adore the art. It's absolutely freaking amazing. Anyway, hope that answers your question, Lucky Neko. I never read Gen 13. I've heard a lot of amazing things about Gen 13. Woo, I went to that was a long winded. I go into long winded questions about that. Bandito says, "Good to see you, Bandito. What are your thoughts on the Japanese VTubers coming to the defense of Western VTubers at play Hogwarts?" I'm happy to see that. I am very happy to see that. Um, Something to bring that up in regards to the Hogwarts Legacy debacle is that people are trying to bury it. They're trying to pretend that there was no controversy behind it, that it was all fabricated, and it's like, no, we have receipts. We have receipts of everything that the activists have been doing. I'm going to call them Twitter freaks. I'm going to refer to them as Twitter freaks. All the harassment kids, because after what happened to Silvervale, and that being sort of the catalyst for Pikami's kind of graduation. Pikami was planned on graduating. To be fair, Pikami was planned on graduating. However, it it almost escalated it. It accelerated it. The whole situation of Hogwarts Legacy really accelerated that, and you know, but seeing someone like Pippa just like freaking just Pippa just freaking just the way she just clapped on him was so funny to me, and I love that. It was like, yeah, you can't mess with Pippa now. So I'm happy to see that a lot more Western VTubers were coming to the defense, and it seems that more people are definitely coming to the defense in general of Hogwarts Legacy. It like the whole thing with Hogwarts Legacy, it backfired. It backfired in spectacular fashion. It's like, no, we're not going to put up with this. Not a lot of people aren't going to put up with this. It's like, no, we're not going to put up with your campaigns to try to boycott. It failed. It failed, and they're trying to cover it up. They're trying to pretend like it didn't happen. It's like, no, we have receipts. We have seen everything you've done. You have done damage to people. You've done damage to people. It's like, no, you're not. We're not going to let you get away with that, in my humble opinion. So I'm very happy to see that. I'm very happy to see that Western VTubers, were coming to the defense of other VTubers at during Hogwarts Legacy. But to be fair, a lot of people were coming to the defense of VTubers at Hogwarts, like during the Hogwarts Legacy debacle. So it wasn't just Western VTubers; it was a lot of people, because a lot of people got sick of it. A lot of people got sick of it. And I will never forget. I was like, I will never stop laughing at Pikami's, at no Pippa's Hogwarts Legacy message. That still cracks me up till this day. I'll crack up about that. I'm gonna look for that. I'm gonna look for that because that was so funny to me. Oh, at some point that Wizard game just got that message from. Please tell me that message is here. Oh, that message from Pippa was so much funny. It was so funny for me. But yeah, and I'm calling them Twitter freaks. I am calling them Twitter freaks because that's what they are. So I'll get to the other questions here, but I got to share this one more time because I bursted out laughing. This is from Crawfish. What about? I still laugh at that. Oh god, I still laugh. I'm getting a cease and desist on Twitter telling you to go off yourself. Twitter. Oh, I still laugh at that. It's just I'm happy to see that. I'm like, no, if I was like if that was me as a VTuber or something like that, I would totally make a joke out of it at their expense. I would totally just troll the hell out of them at their expense. It's like, no, you have no power over me. And that's probably not the exact thing I would have done, but I would have done something similar to that. And it was base as hell. Yeah, it was base. Except from that one movie, Twilight. Oh my god! So yeah, I'm happy to see that. I'm happy to see that there was. I'm happy to see that there was a lot of pushback and people were pushing back big time. And this is like, no, we're not going to be pushed around. We're not going to be bullied by you guys. No, you don't have any like power over us. You know, we speak for us, and you know, I don't want to get into that because we went into that numerous times. But yeah, I just hate to just like what happened to Silver Veil and what happened to what happened to Pikami. So just all the best, and hopefully that I do think that we're not going to hear the end of it. We're not hearing the end of it. So all right, so who is next? Who is next? Thank y'all. I think we're seeing. I see Tina. Good to see you, Tina. And Cavatino says, "Have you read or seen anything MF Ghost?" Yes, yes, I have. Yes, I have. So MF Ghost is coming out in April. The anime is coming out in April. I am looking forward to this. To it, it is for those who don't know, MF Ghost is the sequel story to Initial D, and it's actually I've heard some good things about it. I've heard some mixed things about the manga itself, but I am looking forward to that adaptation. It's really cool, and it's going to have some of the main characters from Initial D will make an appearance. In fact, if I'm correct, Takumi is the mentor to the MC character in MF Ghost. So I'm very much looking forward to it. Yes, I have heard about it. I'm very excited for it. There's also another racing anime from Katakawa that I've been seeing the trailer for that looks really good too. I'll find it as well. Man, that was great. That was great. That was great. Thank you all so much. Oh, I'm excited. I am excited. Man, this has been a great anime. You guys have been absolutely amazing. We're not hearing what you're hearing. Oh shoot! I'm sorry. Sorry. It's okay. It's okay. I'll put the link to that. But what time is it? All right, 1:56. Okay, we'll go for another. We'll go for about another 15 minutes, and then we'll wrap it up. But this has been a great AMA stream. I will be doing another one down the line, guaranteed. Since you guys really came out for this one, I cannot thank y'all enough. Man, freaking Outcast she's looking really good too. So now I got to get to work on the face. So I'm trying to draw the face a bit. I might have to move that. But it's just something I need to. Okay, let's do the face next. But yeah, this has been. So what's on the docket this week? I'm going to be working on getting a theme together for the ninth season of Maki Live. which will be back next Sunday, guys, March 26th. So mark your calendars, please. Mark your calendars, guys. So we are going to be back in full swing next Sunday. But I do have a theme. I do have a theme that I want to go for, and I think I've talked with Mads about this, and I think I'm going to go full in on it because if you guys have saw the YouTube short that I posted the other day when I finished Kiki Bubblegum, I really love that. I really love her look, and I think going that direction is going to be really, really cool for the channel. I am going to take some inspiration from, take some cues from the, some cues from some of the work I was doing last month for the channel members. But I do think that what I posted on the shorts tab is probably a great idea for what I want to go for the full theme. Thank you, friends. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, but yeah, we're about to go for another 15 minutes. But what I do want to show you guys is, oh, here you go. Captain Chase for the Ask Maki. Do you listen? Do you have live action digital D soundtrack rotation? No, I do not. No, I do not. For as much as we joke, because I have a channel point called Racing Beat Intensifies, I don't listen to Eurobeat as much. I don't hate it. I'm not big into Eurobeat as a lot of other people are. I'm not big into Eurobeat. I will be completely honest with you. I can only listen to it for so. I would say I can only listen to it for so long. And I just can't listen to it continuously. It's just not my style. So, no offense, but I know people who do love Eurobeat, and a lot of people do love Eurobeat. It's just not my thing. Not completely my thing, but I will happily play it on stream, especially for like the Racing Beat Intensified stuff. Especially with stuff is like, yeah, this calls for some Eurobeat. Let's do some Eurobeat. So hope that answers your question there. Thank you, Cavatino. Thank you. Oh, it's from J. Cho. Oh, I'll have to look into that. Okay, then I will have to look into that. Man, never mind. Because I thought it would be the same as the anime is a straight up Eurobeat. It's like, okay, never mind. I will look into that. Oh man, this is so good in there. Let me delete this. Hang on. But yeah, this has been such a fun AMA, and I will do another one down the line because I think there's definitely warrants just so much with me and such. But what I do want to show is yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. In case the general goes like this, nice. But yeah, this is the guy who kind of inspired me to do the AMA. Thank you, man. Thank you. I was inspired by his, and I want to do my own. And this was really just a great, an excellent fun show today. And I can't thank y'all enough for it. Definitely watch it on replay if you guys have any further questions. I'll let you guys know when the next AMA I'll do, so you guys can get your if you guys want to get your questions in beforehand, and just a little insight into what I do and just who I am and just kind of what my life is like, outside of YouTube and just inside of YouTube. This was. I hope you guys really learned a lot from it. I hope you guys really came away with something from this, and I hope that you guys will come back for people deliver honest things. So thank you. Thank you. That's right, it was. I really, it's a case where it's a case where that's the only thing I can do. It's like honesty is the only thing I can do. It's like I can't like honesty I feel it's the only thing I can do. It's only going to keep love, to touch, be able to touch and to exactly. But essentially, it's the only thing I can do. It's the only thing I feel like I know how to do well, and I can't fake the funk. I can't fake the funk sometimes. I can't. A lot of times it's just like, but no, but it's just like you know, you know who you are. You can't lie to yourself. Really, you can't lie to yourself. You can't. You don't feel like you're not. If you feel like if you're not being honest with others, then are you being honest with yourself? It's like I do think about that. I'm too. Maybe it's the thing is I'm just too conscious of that. I'm too conscious of that. It's just I can't. Sometimes I just can't live. It's just hard for me to live a lie. And that's just how I was raised. So I'd rather be, just if I try to be genuine. I try. It's just I don't even try to be genuine. It just happens. It just happens. It's just because it's just the only thing I know how to do. It's the only thing I know how to be able to reach out and see the people, for people to see who I am, the people to see, you know, just insight into my own life. I'm proud of this. I'm proud of my experiences. I'm proud of so much that we've accomplished, and I'm proud of just the people, the friends I've made along the way. People I call family. People just you guys gave this Southern boy a chance, and I'm grateful for that. I'm so grateful for that, and I'm grateful for just every one of y'all here. So. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it for the first ever Ask Maki Anything stream. You guys have been just an absolute blast. I can't thank y'all enough, man. This has been so much fun. Just talking to you guys, just being able to just even just being on a personal level, just be able to kind of joke around. You guys got that insight to kind of what it was like, what it was like before I started, what it was like, kind of what school was like for me and such like that. You know, coming, and it does feel like I came a long way. It feels like I've it feels like I don't have any I don't I may have some regrets, but I don't you don't let those regrets get to you. You don't let those missed opportunities. It really, that's what a lot of the, I would say, if there was a general thing, that if I did have any like regrets, if most of it is just mainly just missed opportunities. Missed opportunities. I don't want to miss another opportunity to let things by anymore. I feel like I've grown, and I don't want to lose that. You only get one shot at this, so you gotta make it count. You gotta make sure that you build enough of a strong, do you build enough of a strong base, but you associate yourself with the right people who are going to help you along the way, who are going to be there for you at your highs, at your lows, and who are going to be there for you in every step, in every single step, in every single milestone of your life. And ultimately, you want to leave this world. You want to leave this world knowing that you left a mark in it. You left your own mark in this world, a mark that people aren't going to forget, and a mark that people will always remember you for. That's my ultimate life goal, is to make sure I leave a mark when it's my time to go. Deep personal here for the outro. Anyway, anyway, guys, thank you all so much for being here. Thank you, everybody. If you guys can, please share the stream out. Step on that like button. Yes, we will be doing another AMA down the line, maybe possibly during the summer. Possibly during the summer or so. We'll have a full live audience to roll with us. We'll have a full live. Maybe we'll have Bruce and Mads kind of take part in the AMA to just it'll be a fun experience, and and the stuff to really get more into. And to J.A.F.O, I will look into what you just sent me, and I will take a look into that. If I can, it's that old flash drive. If I could transfer all my old Mac stuff into my PC and not have to worry about it reformatting it, I will do a special stream, a special marketing live where we go through some of my old vector work. So what you kind of saw, what you get close to what I was doing back in the day when I had a pen, when all I had was my MacBook and bootleg copies of Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign before. You know what this funny thing is? You know what that is? Okay, so I'm gonna tell you one more story. I'm gonna tell you one more story. So the Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign back then, before it moved over to the Creative Cloud, I actually took those off of my school's off of our school's PC, our school's Macs. Our school's Macs had Photoshop. It had the entire creative suite in there, and I just took it from them. I just grabbed it from them, put it in my flash, put it in my hard drive, and I was able to get it to install fully ready to go, and it was CS6. That's how I was able to get access to Illustrator and design, stuff like that. I stopped with Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign. The reason is because I was not a fan of the Creative Cloud. I'm not a fan of the subscription service, and I would prefer to have a one-time buy, to just buy it once and then you're set for life. And with the cloud bothers me. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that subscription service. Plus, there was still some shady stuff too. I can't remember. I have to look into it, and that's what got me to quit. That's what's got me to just cancel my subscription. I was like, and I switched over to Affinity, which is a good alternative to Photoshop, to the Creative Cloud. And that was a one-time buy. Clip Studio Paint is also a one-time buy for me. I tried it for 30 days. And after 2 days, I decided I'm just gonna buy this whole thing outright. I love this. I absolutely love it. So I'm more into one-time purchases and subscription services, just because I can hold on to it for life. So it's service just now. Hence why I'm not a fan of. Hence why I'm not a big component on always online games, with the exceptions of multiplayer titles, of course. But yeah, just saying. Anyway, we're gonna go. Anyway, we're gonna get out of here. Thank y'all so much for being here. Thank y'all so much. I'll try to let shop at the D. Exactly. Anyway, thank y'all for this incredible AMA. This has been so much fun. Thank you everybody for asking your questions. And like I said, we're gonna do another one. Hopefully, maybe by the time we get to the summer, maybe in June or July or so, we'll do another AMA. It's just have fun with you guys. It's been such a blast. I'll be working on this. I think I'll make this for the channel members as well. This one for Outcast. So like I said, I promise to do some more Fortnite stuff. So anyway, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. Step on that like button. Share the stream out if you guys are brand new here. Hit that follow button. Hit that subscribe button here. Subscribe button. And we're working our way to 2K. I want to try to get to 2K before the end of the summer, and we're going to be charging hard towards that. And if you guys enjoy the content we do. You guys love the content you guys want to support me further, you guys can become a channel member for as low as $1 a month. All links are in the description. Thank y'all so much. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I will see you guys tonight on Twitch. As always, I am Maki90, artist, journeyman, and illustrator. And we'll see you all next time for another video, a live stream. So until then, okay, I'll ask one last question. Ask Maki to ask, how tall do the short stacks have to be to ride the Megatron? Mamabear knows. I'll let you figure that out yourself. So anyway, I'll see you guys later. Take care, much love, and as always, never stop drawing. Bye, guys.